Hi everybody, it's Natasha Wells joining you from the west coast of Newfoundland and Labrador. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. We are going to be doing some yoga poses today, and I just gave it away. We're actually going to be focusing on tree pose, but also mountain pose. And the reason we are doing those two poses is because tomorrow, Thursday, April 22nd, is Earth Day. That's right, so wonderful day to reflect upon the wonderful world we live in, and we're so very lucky to live in Newfoundland and Labrador and have such wonderful natural surroundings. So hopefully the weather's good and you're able to get out and explore a little bit. But if not, if the weather stinks, then go ahead, grab a chair, find a spot within your house, and I invite you to do these two poses along with me. Okay, so for Earth Day tomorrow, I really wanted to focus on tree pose and mountain pose. Two really strong poses, two very recognizable poses in yoga that really bring a lot of strength and stability into ourselves physically and both mentally. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with mountain pose. And mountain pose looks very simple pose, and in many ways it is a very simple pose, but it's different for everybody. But there's quite a bit going on. It's really is a connection all the way from our feet to the crown of our head. And I'll show you kind of step by step how to get grounded into our mountain pose. So standing nice and tall, finding all four corners of the feet onto the earth. And then lift your toes up and place them down one at a time. You might find that you need a slight micro bend in the knees. That's perfectly fine. Legs are usually around hip width apart, but again, find what feels good for you. So as you start to strengthen in that base, you're going to start working your way up, and you can feel the energy, that strength, traveling up. And as you get to your core, I really want you to think about engaging that core, drawing that belly in. And as you do that, naturally your chest starts to open up. Hands down to the side. Go ahead and inhale your shoulders up and draw them back. So shoulder blades squeezing together, but at the same time we should feel nice and relaxed. Placing our palms out to the side, facing forward. I like to spread my fingers nice and wide. Our gaze is just straight ahead, so our chin is parallel to the earth. An invitation here to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, you can envision a mountain from its peak all the way to its base. Take 3 deep breaths here. And as you inhale, you feel your chest opening. Two more times. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One last time. You can absolutely pause the video here and continue in this mountain pose if it's feeling good. I love this pose. There's a lot of, obviously a lot of strength, which I've mentioned already, but it's a really purposeful pose. I feel lots of integrity and intention in this pose. And it's our foundational pose for all of our standing poses for yoga. Okay, just relaxing a little bit, shaking those arms out. Bring a little bit of movement into the legs. If you are near a wall, you can absolutely do that pose by just leaning up against the wall, placing your head up towards the wall. If you need that little bit of stability for that pose. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go right into a tree pose. I've got a chair next to me. I'll show you a little bit of tree using the chair as well. But it's also next to me, and I invite you to also bring one next to you as well if you need it for a little bit of help with balance, because tree pose can be a little tricky, especially if you're just working on building that strength and that balance, that stability. So if you need a chair to hold on to, perfectly fine. Do what feels good for you. Do what you need for your body. Okay, so again, with our mountain pose, our foundation for our standing poses, we're going to go ahead and go straight into tree pose. So sitting nice and tall. Now, a couple options. I actually like to start tree pose with my hands on my hips, but you can relax your hands out to your side, your arms relaxed. We're going to inhale our right knee up and exhale our right knee out. And once you've found some balance, you can find a placement for your arms. So you have the option to leave them on your hips if you'd like, placing them out to your side, palms facing forward, nice tall spine, drawing that belly in, or placing our hands up above, growing our branches. That is tree pose. If you want to keep your foot placed onto the earth, my heel is just above my ankle. This is tree pose. And if this feels good for you and you're drawing a lot of strength from this, then absolutely stay here. Again, always do what feels good for you. I've got some nice lateral hip movement, strengthening that, providing that movement, holding onto the chair if we need it. The other option is that you can bring that foot just below the knee or just above the knee. We just want to avoid placing our foot onto the knee and putting any pressure onto our knee joint, okay? So once you find your tree, you can go ahead and we're going to invitation to close your eyes or just find a spot, something to focus on straight ahead of you, just a few feet ahead. I find gazing towards the floor a few feet ahead and finding something to focus on helps with my balance. Again, you can always keep one hand onto the chair. And if you want to play with a couple of different positions here and see what feels good, it's perfectly fine. And then go ahead and work on those 3 deep breaths. Pause at any time and continue in that pose. Inhale our knee forward and then exhale, placing our foot back onto the earth. Now let's take our left foot, our leg, and raise it up a bit and do some circles with that foot. Because when we're doing that pose, we're really building a lot of strength in that opposite leg. It's doing a lot of work. So let's give it a little bit of love. And then when you're ready, you will just repeat, same thing on the other side, okay? And that is tree pose as we stand, okay? Again, if you've got the wall behind you, you can use the wall as a way of holding on to, provide a little bit of balance and stability for yourself, or just holding on to the chair. If you're seated, go ahead and find a place in the chair that feels good, more towards the front of the chair. A nice tall spine, drawing that belly in towards the spine, engaging that core. And there's a couple options here. I'm going to do my left leg this time. As you raise your left knee and your left foot, You can draw it in and up and place it, that left ankle just above the right knee. And this is one variation of a seated tree pose. Okay, if that's too much, that's perfectly fine. We're then going to just raise our left foot and bring our right foot out to the side, or right leg out to the side. And again, this is tree pose. We've got some of the same movements. We've got that lateral movement of the hip flexor. You can place a block underneath your foot if you'd like, if that feels good. So find really what feels good for you, and sometimes it requires a little bit of, what I like to say, playing around a bit with the different poses and the different variations, and just finding what feels good within your body and what brings you strength, what brings you some stability. If you're just now beginning and working on building that balance, that stability, then go ahead and take it easy and start out slow. That is it for me today. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful Earth Day, and thank you again for joining me. Bye. Take care.